Oh, so we were, we
Talking to ourselves.
we were talking to ourselves. You
So,
missed the best opening we've ever had.
Oh
ever.
man, the intern knocked over the wire. And don't worry, the intern is no longer an intern anymore. Anyway, introduce yourselves.
All right. So, hey, we're back home again in Indiana here for the Weekend Woodsmen 160 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm your host, Mike Goodman, along with me, Matthew Bayuk, and of course, Carlos, and well, formerly the intern. Sad break about him there. There you look at the driver standing, Johnny Eckert with a big lead over Damian Leininger. And as we're winding down practice, as we did just talk about, but you know, it was again, guys missed the best opening ever. We got a slick track out here tonight, Matt, and things could get very interesting. Yep,
did my usual ritual of asking everybody around the league about how they feel about tonight, and the replies were pretty consistent. It was a lot of guys feeling good, but a lot of guys warning that it was going to be a tricky race tonight with a very slick racetrack. It's hot out here, and it's only mostly one groove. So as far as passing goes, drivers are going to dictate the way this one goes as far as a lot of cautions or not a lot of cautions, because as stated before, passing is going to be a challenge, and you might have to show some aggression, some grit to move your way up the field.
Yeah, and it could be something. We've seen some tensions kind of pretty thick here as of late, especially post-race. So that could be something that continues here on this week. So, hey, I hope you made popcorn this week, because I don't think we were quite prepared for the show we had last week. So it can only get better from here.
I didn't make popcorn, but I did make. Oh, yep.
The intern made some chili. Let's take a look at our live cam to see how he's doing right now.
All right. Yeah, that's why he's gone.
And now Carlos doesn't have his chili.
Or an intern.
Or an intern.
Or an intern.
Did you at least make him clean the floor up before you let him go?
He put new carpet and everything.
Oh, no
Probably
kidding.
messed that up too.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. It might look good now. Give it a few weeks, then you might be paying there. Qualifying underway. 2 halves here tonight. 32 lap halves. We'll see who gets on the pole right there in the number 10 machine. I believe that is going to be Joseph Penn filling in the Zishan Dura machine. See how he gonna qualify out there. There you see, I believe that's Dallas Myhand in the 26 Mohawk Foundation Ford. And right now, as things sit, he is currently 5th in the points, has a 4-point lead over DJ Weeks. He's gonna need another good run. There's another guy filling in for Tate Lytle, I believe, making his OSCA Series debut. That's Hank
correct.
Steinmiller.
Yep.
His first start?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, rocking the Kerry Earnhardt scheme. I believe, a little known fact about Hank, I think he drove just about every Kerry Earnhardt paint scheme that he ever raced in.
Interesting. Is he much of a fan of Kerry, or?
I'm not even sure on that one, but there's that fact out. So he maybe, or he's trolling him.
All right then.
I mean, hey, you see everyone, running Dale Senior schemes, Dale Junior schemes. No one chooses Kerry, so maybe just spreading the love around.
All right, I can respect that.
And there you see a throwback there for Nicholas Monticelli rocking the Superflow Coal Trickle. Again, he's going to try to pull the underdog trickle move, trying to get in the chase. Only 1 point behind Dustin Dewer on that cutoff. So needs a good run here tonight. Get himself into the chase standings. There is last week's winner, Kian Rally. I stuttered there on the name there, but I said it right.
You're good.
I'm doing good. I'm awesome.
I do believe the stint for Kian is going to be a little bit of a longer one at Outlaw as far as races he's running. He's going to run a few more events for them as the season continues on.
So good to see him finding more of a full-time role here in the OSCA Xfinity Series. Then Rudy Okay, we've talked about how to pronounce it, and I was joking how I was gonna pronounce it. Now I can't get that out of my head.
It's my fault. I'll take the fault for it.
Valentin?
Valentine.
Valentine.
Valentine. As long as you don't say
Debatable.
Valentine.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna stick with Valentin because it's gonna be in my head now,
All right.
and it's just
Stick to your guns.
You stick to your guns, I'll stick to mine, and one of us is probably right.
All right. Should start seeing some poll-worthy lap times file in here.
Nick Indelcato currently sitting on top of the leaderboard with a 53.49. Chan Thurnquist just a little bit behind him in second with a 53.53. There's DJ Weeks again chasing Dallas Myhan to break into the top 5 of the point standings. See if he can get it done right now. Let's see, where is that 97? I don't believe he took a lap yet, or am I not seeing him on the score sheet? Oh, he's 17th?
I don't believe he got a clean lap in. That's about a second off his practice time.
Yeah. Having a little issue, maybe getting that little slick track, maybe getting the better of him.
It's the best thing about OSCA. If you have a poor first half from a poor qualifying, get to line them up and do it again.
Yeah, always a good thing to kind of salvage a night, but can be really bad if you have 2 bad runs in both halves. But generally, having that chance, I think, makes you feel pretty darn good. And I forgot to mention, they are going back to the full last week at the road course, only inverting 3. We are doing the normal 10, inverting for half number 2.
It's always been a fun thing about OSCA. When I was racing it, I personally was never a fan because I'd have that good first half. If I qualified well, I'd finish. If I didn't win, I'd finish somewhere 3rd, 4th, 5th. I'd be like, sweet. Or, if I finished 2nd or 3rd, I'd be like, sweet. And then it flips. And then you get to start 8th or 9th. And you're like, I actually have to pass some cars now. It's more of a challenge for everybody. Even if you qualify good in that first half, you're not out of the woods for the whole night.
Yeah, it's always something to kind of mix the field up a little bit, and I always thought it had to be frustrating to be in that 11th position just on the outside looking in and just missing out on that transfer spot. There you look at the starting lineup here for the weekend Woodsman 160. Again, Nick Indelcato getting the pole alongside the 0-2 of Chad Thurnquist. As you look through the top 12 in your running order, Johnny Eckert back in 7th position. And Steinmiller up there in the top 10 as well in 8th. Going through the rest of the field.
Would now be a good time to tell you that I made a couple picks.
Oh yeah. You better do it now before the green flag drops.
I don't want to get called a cheater this week. I'm just letting it be known here that my pick to win is Zach Rogers winning his first race of the season.
Oh wow, calling the shot. Any dark horses out there? I guess Rogers could be considered a dark horse here.
He could be considered a dark horse. I just think he's shown too much pace for that. Personally, for my dark horse, though, I'm going to go Hank Steinmiller in his debut.
Oh, wow. I like it. I'm going to go, I'll do my picks here with you. I'm going to go Chad Thurnquist. He felt like he was going to be pretty racy here tonight on the outside of the front row.
Ooh. Let me add to that, actually. I did when I did ask him how he was feeling.
At some point, you just start picking the whole field.
No, I'm not picking him. I'm bolstering your claim. Okay, I'm not picking him.
There you go.
Before the race, I asked him how he was feeling. He said never been better. A lot of confidence right now. So hey, you hit it right on the head there.
See, I got the guy that's feeling pretty good. And if we have to go through a dark horse here, I'm gonna say somehow, some way, we're gonna see that 26 of Dallas Myhan get back into victory lane here tonight, trying to solidify that top 5 points position. And again, I think we talked about it a few weeks ago, Matthew, a guy that's always running well, but we haven't seen him in victory lane in a while. So I think he might be a little bit new here tonight.
Yeah,
my pick
is,
you
know what, Carlos, yeah.
For a pick, I'm just going to go with one. I'm picking Cameron Rich. Wait, what day is it today?
Oh.
Cameron Rich. He may not be here tonight, but he's going with his usual.
Yeah. Hey, you got to stick with what works, even if he's not in the field. You know, it is what it is.
But on the topic of Dallas Myhan, real briefly here, yes, did talk to him too. He said he doesn't have a whole lot of laps at this track, but he knows when he's been here in the past, he's had good pace. But it seems like just about everywhere we've been, he's been at least solid.
Yeah, solid, and maybe might need a couple laps to get back in the rhythm, and then I think it's gonna be like riding a bike for him, and he'll get back on it. As the field is gonna get ready to go as they're diving into turn 3 behind that beautiful pace truck, getting ready for half number 1, 32 laps. We're about to find out how crazy it's gonna be. The track is slick. These boys are ready to go green flag racing. The weekend Woodsmen 160. Look on board, Nick Endelcato, our pole sitter, Johnny Eckert riding in the 7th position. I'm not sure who the black car is there. David Westergreen in the 9. The pace truck's going to get ready to dive down pit road. Endelcato's going to lead him to the green flag, and green flag is out. Boys are on the loud pedal now. Good jump for Thurnquist. He's going to get the initial drag race here, but going down into turn 1, Endelcato should get the position. We are underway here. The weekend Woodsman 160.
Might be the most drag race start of a race I've ever seen in OSCA.
Yeah.
They're still door to door.
Door to door, side by side. Endelcato not able to clear him, and Thurnquist getting a good run off down the backstretch. And it's going to maybe take a while to settle this, as Valentin in the 24 right behind, trying to follow Endelcato on that bottom side. And it looks like Endelcato will clear the 02. Valentin's right on Thurnquist's back bumper. He's looking for that 2nd position. Coming down to lead.
First lap.
Yeah, clean first lap. Nothing, no big issues here. Endelcato will lead lap number 1. Valentin going in for 2nd position. And again, long half here. And, you know, with the track this slick, and I think out of the corners, you're maybe worried about burning the tires, either pushing the right front or maybe even sliding that right rear a little bit.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It is absolutely treacherous getting back on the gas too soon. You're going to push up and the right front's going to hurt, and then when you slide it off the corner, the right rear is going to hurt. It's going to be a lot of racing the track, a lot of tire saving, and just taking care of your stuff for the long run here. You're going to see some comers and goers. I don't know how the lead's going to work out, but at least through the top 10, you'll probably see some comers and goers.
Yeah, right now, a guy on the move, Austin Beers, moving into the top 10 after qualified 11, so moved up 1 position at least.
Man, what a mover.
To work his way up through the field. What a mover. He made it look good. I mean, let's give him that. As Endelcato currently holding on to the top spot. Rudy Valentin in the 2nd position, right on that back bumper. There you see Zach Rogers, our picks right there battling it out here.
Yeah, look at that.
Trying to work their way up to the front.
Real wide entry there for Zach. I'm curious to see how much of a run he gets.
And coming into the short chute here. Maybe pacing himself a little bit.
Yeah, that's gonna. You see, that's gonna. A lot of passes gonna be made just like that. If you're right on somebody, you're gonna see guys back it up, enter a little bit wider, and try to get the run off. Because there's not. That's about the best way you can do it.
Yeah, I think maybe setting it up, trying things out for later. We'll see if he can get that done. And who is in that all black car? Is that Damien?
The one
No.
3rd place? Chad?
No. Maybe I'm seeing things.
Dimantova.
Oh, the 6.
Oh, it's Shane
Dimantova. Oh, there he is in the Wally Racing. I'm used to seeing MeFine on the MeFine Foundation on that Ford, so it threw me off there a little bit.
I was looking at
sponsored machine.
some damage on the right front of Shane's car, and even more curious, there appears to be something going on with the left front of Austin Beers' machine. I'm wondering what kind of contact he could have made to pick that up. I don't think it doesn't look like it's hurting him that bad. He's already moved up to 9th there.
Yeah, I told you he was a mover. He moved up 2 spots now. And so
What a
far, the
madman.
biggest mover.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The biggest mover in the field, Chris Jordan, he moved up 5 spots from, I believe it had been 31st to 26th at the moment. You see, he's got a very appropriate sponsor here. He's got the Hoosier Tires paint scheme.
Those are.
Right.
Well, we're not running Hoosiers, but tires will be
know.
important.
Tires
like
will
to
be
point
important.
out,
Plus, say hometown.
Yep.
The second biggest face of 3YTV is also claiming a pick tonight. That's Peter Short. He's saying beers better win. It is National Beer Day today.
It is
Ooh.
National Beer Day. I have not yet done my due diligence.
Either of us. Now I feel bad. And there's Austin Beers. Man, I feel like he should have put like at least a PBR logo on the side, but you know he's a little young for that yet. But what can you do?
We've had some position change hands. Rudy Valentin has fallen to 4th. Chad Thurnquist got under him, and Zach Rogers followed him through. And now that's actually Kian Rally in the 75 looking under him, probably going to get him here. I think Rudy might have bunched his stuff off a little bit too much because he pulled right up to the back of Indelicato, and now he's dropping.
Yeah, burning those tires up a little bit on this slick track. As he drops down and back another position now in the 5th spot. Damian Laniger now looking on the inside. So that fall continues.
Oh, he's loose. He's sideways there.
Oh man, might be that right rear might be a little hot right now. Maybe just back it up, cool those tires off a little bit, and get back going. As it looks like Steinmiller is going to follow suit. As it almost looked like Hank and Damian they were bump drafted down into turn number 1.
It's
Watches
about.
that 83 wide there.
I already see Eckert going wide there to get the runoff and hopefully follow Steinmiller right under the 24. But hey, that 24 was second 2 laps ago. That's how quickly it can change. If you get a little bit out of your groove, you get freight trained.
Yeah, and I think right now he's just hoping like if he can either get in front of the 90 or just directly behind or start running the bottom of the track. Oh,
looks like right there he might have caught his brake.
And I think he did. He's going to tuck in, try to get on that bottom side of the racetrack. And running on that high side, trying to not let those positions bleed as much as possible. You know, it can almost take a toll on both the right front and the right rear. You know, might be pushing a little bit too hard on corner entry. And as you were mentioning, you've seen him slide off a corner exit.
The biggest shock to me from what I'm seeing is an obscene lack of grip up there. Obviously, you know, it's not going to be as...
Ooh.
That was a moment.
Yeah, we had a moment there. 73 kind of Jones.
It just seemed the guys aren't getting as loose on the bottom, and I think it's because they have that extra room to track up. On the top side, you don't have the room to track up, and you've got to turn the wheel more to try to get it off the corner, and the rear tires just don't hook up. They don't want to do that.
Some of these cars, Adam Peeler in the 07 stuck on that outside back in the 21st position. There's the other Days of Thunder car. We got Rowdy Burns, Kyle Carlson.
Is he in the 22nd position?
Yes.
Is he in 20? Yep.
Oh, I was hoping you'd catch me poking fun at 21st or whatever you said.
Oh, did I say it weird?
It's a little... It's like 21st instead of 23rd. It was a minor goof. It's okay.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
No worries.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, there you see Brent Jones in the 89. Again, back after his little moment in OSCA prison, back out on the racetrack.
He in the 3rd.
No. Back up front for the battle for 3rd. Kynan Jones.
Come on,
Kian
dude.
Rally. I just totally messed up the whole name. Why not do both names?
There it is.
See, I wanted that meme because you know it's opening day for baseball, so I
It
did
is
that
opening day.
Hey, how did your team do today?
Oh, you had to bring that up. Yeah, Brewers lost 5-4 to the Chicago Cubs, so that's nice.
Well, as
Thanks,
we're talking
Carlos.
So we're talking about baseball. That bat flip podcast car of the Damian Leininger in the 83 is starting to move his way up the field.
Yeah, he's moved up to the 4th position now. Getting around Zach Rogers in the 29. Him and Hank Steinmiller, almost like they're teammates, drafted through the field here, almost treating it as a super speedway race here.
As you see, whoa. Sorry, the angle that I had, you didn't see it on the broadcast. Eckert got real loose getting under Zach Rogers. But hey, once again, by the way, the same thing that happened to Rudy. Zach Rogers began this lap 4th place, and Eckert is currently getting him for 6th right here. Actually, yeah, for 6th right here.
Trying to get that position, trying to clear him going down into turn number 1. He'll get the job done there. Move Johnny Eckert up into that 6th position. Current points leader.
Like we were talking about before, comers and goers, Rogers and Valentin falling back. Austin Beers is looking like he's getting pretty close to getting P8, and you see Hank Steinmiller, Hank Steinmiller and Damian Leininger working their way up here. Only thing that really hasn't changed is the gap between Indelcato and Thurnquist. They've been dead even the whole time.
Yeah, their lap time's pretty close together. Last time by, we'll see how close they can get. Ooh, it looks like Thurnquist got a little slideways coming out of the corner. Come down 21 laps to go here in half number 1. Indelcato just a scotch quicker, as you see, but overall that interval remaining around that half a second.
I'm waiting for the race Chad Thurnquist breaks through with him. We've seen it a few times this season. He's shown some really, really impressive speed, and he gets in this spot where he's got to chase somebody early on here, and I'm wondering if he just gets a little overzealous with it, because it doesn't usually seem to go his way for one reason or another. I'd say right now.
I'm being told Capiano, caution!
Yep.
Caution is out. First caution here of the night. And some people having choice words about the racetrack. So we'll try to get a replay of what happened. Capiano having some issues there. Oh, gets into the inside wall. I'm hearing we might have to check the onboard for the 9 car if we can get that, Carlos.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm just requesting what they're talking about. The
drivers
man.
Chat.
Oh, getting in the outside wall. Oh,
Brent
getting
Jones.
into Brent Jones involved.
Did Brent Jones not spin?
He might have hung on. It looked like he was going to hang on to it. But...
That was the caution.
Whoa. Whoa.
He saved that.
Whoa. Oh, so looked like Dewer was getting blocked in 32, trying to make a good entry on the corner. Oh, and it looked like was that
man.
Wow.
That's a save of the year candidate.
Wow. That's some drive. And I think maybe my hand thought he either was trying to block Dewer or thought he had him clear. The two drivers got into each other. They're going down the backstretch to try and throw in a little bit of a block. Ooh. Little contact, dirt tracking. I wonder if my hand's going to come down pit road.
Everyone's down pit road.
Turned up a little bit. Everyone's down pit road. You're down pit road. Everyone's down pit road.
It's a good time to. It's definitely a good time to smoke your tires if everybody's pitting.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool save, and he didn't lose any spots.
Yeah, he drops. Well, he dropped one spot from Dewer after that.
Dewer got
wreck, but yeah, but overall, what a save there by Dallas Mahan. But unfortunate for the 21 getting into the inside wall, and I still think we got to see if Brent Jones. It looked like he did save it after that contact between him and the
Brent Jones's door number from that camera angle, and I don't think you're supposed to be seeing door numbers from that angle. That's all I know about that.
Yeah, that's a little freaky there. Ooh, it looks like Indelcato wins the race off pit road. Thurnquist second, Rally third, Eckert fourth, and Austin Beers will come out in fifth.
Gains another couple.
And man, how about Dustin Dewer came in 10th and will move a couple spots up. He's in the 7th position.
Hank Steinmiller lost quite a few spots there, down to 8th.
Yeah, dropped down to 8th after I think he came in the pits in the 4th position. Vincent Isabella broke into the top 10. I believe he was running right around that 15th spot. So I wonder if maybe 2 tires are just getting on pit road that good on and off pit road.
Damian Leininger is still on pit road.
Interesting. And he was up there in the 4th or 5th spot. 5th spot. I think he's right behind Hank.
Oh man, I think. Oh, he had a disaster of a pit stop.
Oh, did he miss his pit box?
It was more than that. He slid in, almost got the inside wall. I'm looking at it now. He backed up too much, pulled forward too much, backed it up again, and it was like the length of 2 pit stops at that point. That is all. He's going all the way to the back with that one.
Who wins? A couple of cars there. You see Timothy Conrad, Nicholas Monticelli, some guys with a little bit of damage, trying to not Timothy Conrad. I'm sorry, Rashid Coles in the 54, making his return to the 54 this week. But getting some damage probably from getting into the outside wall, which is easy to do here at Indianapolis, either overdriving the corner or sliding up the racetrack. But as we get ready to go back to green flag, front row remains the same. Indel Cotto, Chad Thurnquist. And now we have jumbled up top 10. And how about that too? Like my hand now, after the way the pits
worked out pretty good.
Pits worked out. Yeah, he's still in 9th spot.
Yeah, worked out pretty good for him and some of these guys. Isabella gets up to the top 10. You see Adam and John Lynch there, just knocking on the door of the top 10. Races can always be won and lost on pit road. Obviously, it's a little early to be calling out wins and losses, but for Damian, I mean, Damian has got his work cut out for him, for example.
Yeah, I think, for the most part, track position here at Indianapolis can be very important. So it's going to be a tall order for Damian to try to work his way back up into the top 10. Right now, 18 laps go, coming to 17 to go once they get the green flag. As they get ready to go back under green flag racing. Got Indel Cotto, Thurnquist on the front row, Rally Eckert in row number 2. Row number 3 will be Beers and Dewer. And pace trucks get ready to dive onto pit road here. Gonna get going back to green flag racing. I think Indel Cotto's looking for a better jump after the initial
same
start.
thing. He got it.
And he's gonna get a good restart here.
Oh wow, caught him sleeping.
Yeah, he's gonna jump up to a good lead. Even Kian's gonna look on the inside there, going into 1 under Chad Thurnquist, battling for that second.
Oh,
Dewer in the wall, and that's gonna hurt Dewer.
Oh, wrecking in the back.
They're wrecking.
Oh,
Valentine's
boy.
in it. Robert Hill, John Lynch.
Man, everyone's
they're still wrecking.
Oh, still wrecking. And then I seen Damian. I think he got through, but that was one of the bad things of starting to back. Had to do some dodge and weave in there.
That was a lot. Oh wow.
Ooh. Adam Tepe looks like he lost control of his car, and okay. We were talking about where Robert Hill was during practice, hanging out, and he found it. Yeah, he was straddled on that wall for, what was it, about like 10, 15 minutes or so?
A while.
Maybe not that
about
long,
half the session. About half the session almost. He was there for a while.
So, I hate to say it, Robert, that might have been a little karma.
Might have been just destiny for him.
Yeah. Oh, no. But tough break there for a lot of guys involved. Robert Hill, kind of close to that cutoff line as well.
I'll tell you, the major beneficiary here was definitely 83 of Damian Leininger. We were talking about how he's got his work cut out for him. Restarted 31st, and he has currently scored 22nd. That's already 9 spots.
Yeah, and he had to, I think if we could take a peek. Oh, almost caught him there.
Yeah, they're swerving by on the bottom. He got it backed up enough in time where he just had to roll on through.
Yeah, it's like you said, how long that wreck happened. You just sometimes you never know. You think you got it clear, and someone's dodging another car and might get into you.
That's what happened to Chris Jordan. Chris Jordan, I mean, the wreck was over, and there was still somebody sliding down the track, and Chris Jordan ran into him at the last second. I mean, it was well after all this happened. Never safe. Never safe until you're totally clear of the spinning cars.
And another guy I think who paid off on that one was Dustin Dewer. We saw right before this accident happened, getting into the outside wall.
Oh yeah.
I believe he is down pit road at the moment, getting that damage fixed. So he's going to lose. He's going to drop out of the top 10 here, but that could have been disastrous for him after getting in the wall pretty hard. Earlier, it might have been right before that. I'm wondering if that even just seeing that. Well, Tepe did kind of look like his car just snapped, but sometimes you could see a car getting into the wall ahead of you and it might accordion the field up a little bit.
Did you see what happened to Robert Hill?
He just hit the inside wall?
Look
I
at
think
his
I'm
car.
missing something. All right.
We're watching Robert Hill here.
A nice car. Well, it was a nice car.
Yeah, nice Mohawk Foundation. Shout out to them.
I'm about to see something cool.
It's better be worth it.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
whoa,
Oh, my.
whoa.
He was going to... That's interesting. Okay.
He would have cleared the wreck.
I didn't even notice, and so would have Rudy. I didn't even notice that. Good catch there. That is strange.
Man.
What did he hop the grass or the curb there?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
he,
I think he was on the curb and then it went onto the grass.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, wow.
Do you guys usually make contact with that curb? And I don't know if I've seen that.
I don't know if I've seen him jump. It's almost like they've hit a road course curb.
Yeah.
The way his car jumped up on there.
This is Indianapolis.
Yeah, you know.
They did have troubles with curbs here in the Cup Series last year.
Yeah,
And a different sort, but hey, you know what? Maybe it's no coincidence.
We might need Vic to go down there and inspect the curb and make sure this is going to be safe for racing from here on out.
Also, want to point Rudy on the Discord message saying, "Damn, computer crashed when I got hit."
Yeah,
so, I saw he disappeared. I thought he maybe Alt F4 or something to avoid creating a bigger wreck, but that's just weird. His computer just crashed. But honestly, probably saved him from getting more damage.
Probably did, yeah. And now we see Indelcato with one lap to go to green, choosing the outside line.
This is intentional. This is intentional. I don't know if you noticed, but he's got a little bit of history with that 75 car.
Oh, yeah.
Him getting the jump on Chad. The only reason I could think he would pick the top is him getting the jump on Chad allowed that 75 to follow him through, and Kian actually had that preferred line going through 1 and 2. I mean, honestly, because of the launch off you get and that long run down the stretch, I don't know how much it matters the lane you choose as long as you can get clear. I'm seriously thinking the motivator for this lane choice is at 75, because I don't think they're quite through yet.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of that last week. If you tuned in at Montreal, each of those drivers having choice words about each other, and the 75 and 7. Of course, Kian was in the 54 car last week, getting the win in half number 2. So yeah, now we see a little bit more of those games being played here. But I think, yeah, if Indelcato gets a jump as he did off of that last restart, I think he should be okay.
That Thurnquist is pretty quick too. I don't think he's going to be easy for Kian to get around.
We'll see how they get it done here as the pace truck's going to get ready to dive down pit road. We're going to go back to green flag racing once again with 13 laps to go here in half number 1. Field's bunching up. Indelcato hits that loud pedal. Here he goes. He got that good jump once again.
Or did he hit it?
Yeah, he might have even got that better than last time. He's already to a 0.3 of a second lead over Thurnquist, who's got a battle. Johnny Eckert on his outside. right now, smooth sailing for Indel with that great jump. As Thurnquist does clear, Johnny's trying to battle
Austin
now with
Dewer
Kian. Oh,
to the bottom.
wow, aggressive move there by the 19. He's not going to shy away to try to move up the pack here. He won the ladder series race here for OSCA earlier tonight at Thompson Speedway, looking to go 2 in a row.
I think Steinmiller going to take advantage.
I think Kian was trying to clear the 56, but just wasn't quite able to get it done.
He might get here.
Carpenter to the inside wall.
Inside wall. Oh, he's going to take Damien with him.
Oh, hard hit there, helicopter. Dustin Dewer has to come down pit road. Wow.
What were you just saying about the danger of going to the rear of the field?
Yep, you can get caught up in some incidents.
Yep.
I think Osborne there with heavy damage.
Oh, man, there was nothing Damien could have done. Kynan Jones got in it. Wow. Chris Jordan, too. Aaron Line. That was a big one. That was the big one.
That was the big one. Indeed, Dewer, I think he had to go down pit road to avoid the mess and able to clear it. That kind of reminded me of the Jeff Bodine wreck in the inaugural Indianapolis or Brickyard 400. Yeah, Chris Jordan, heavy damage. Man, oh man.
And it does not matter where Damian Leininger goes. That car is flying up the racetrack. You are not missing it. That is the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, you're just at the luck of the draw here, and
oh, we got a little bit of help
with DJ Weeks. Yeah, helicoptered out. Oh, Damien.
That was a lick.
Yeah, Damien might not even seen that until last second. Man,
I'm seeing Vic clear some black flags, including Dustin Dewer, guys going down pit road to avoid the accident.
Yeah, because it's one scary thing on this front stretch. It's like a bowling alley. And once these wrecks start happening, as you see there from Damien Leininger, there's just nowhere to go.
No.
If you can stop or if you can duck down pit road, you got to try to do it.
There's not a nice apron. There's no infield, nowhere to take evasive action unless you can get down pit road. You're correct.
You're just along for the ride, and too, with all that smoke, it's hard to see where you can even maybe find that slight chance of an opening. See, Chris Jordan, for the most part, I bet you on his sim rig, he's probably just seeing smoke for the most part there and just hoping he picked the right line. And unfortunately, he did not. Man, oh man, what a wreck. And there's Dewer going down pit road as he tried to miss it all. Indel in the safest spot so far here tonight, in the lead, led every lap. Thurnquist right behind him the whole way for the most part. I think Valentin was up there as well. So now when we get back to green, Matt, it's going to be under 10 laps to go. Do you think we see a little bit more the aggressiveness crank up a little bit?
Oh, the intensity is going to pick up. Oh, yeah. I can tell you, I mean, I don't think it takes a genius to know this, that Indelicato, Thurnquist, Ecker, any of these guys up here have shown their hand yet. These guys are definitely going to start pushing it. That lack of grip they were experiencing in practice when they were pushing the car, it's going to get worse. Mistakes? I mean, we've seen a couple. We saw I don't remember who incited that previous incident, to be honest with you. But for example, right there, just getting loose off the corner and the way that spirals out of control. I'm hoping for our sake and for the driver's sake we don't have anything like that happen. But it's going to pick up here with how one lane it is. I mean, you saw what Austin Beers did. Austin Beers saw the opportunity and took it, and he's fourth. It paid off for him. So you're going to see those chances happen a lot more here in the closing laps.
Yes, he's a guy on the move right now in that fourth position. See the field double up once again. Indelicato choosing that outside lane once again. And again, you know, I think we talked about this in past broadcasts too, Matt. And is there anything Chad can do? Do you think there's anything he picked up when Indelicato got on that gas? Can he try to get that better restart to prevent Indelicato jumping out to such a big lead?
You have just got to be ready for it. And one of the best and worst things, if he tries to anticipate it, I can tell you can hear the guy next to you. If he does try to anticipate it, and if he jabs the throttle and times it incorrectly, Indelicato is going to get on it and go, because Chad's going to back off, and then it'll catch him off guard. There's a lot of restart games that can be played here, but as far as Chad's concerned, I personally don't like being on that inside row. My favorite place to restart is always going to be right where Austin Beers is, because you get a nice view of the leader. I would honestly expect a good restart out of Austin Beers, actually, more so than Chad Thurnquist, just because that is a difficult spot.
We'll see what Thurnquist can do. We'll see even what Austin Beers could do, starting right behind Indelicato here after we conclude our third caution of the day. We'll get the green flag, 9 laps to go. We'll see if any of these boys behind that number 7 have anything for him. Gonna get ready to see the pace truck dive down pit road, going green once again. Will we see Indelicato get a good jump, or will Thurnquist or Beers get a good jump on him and try to overtake that lead? About to find out. Indelicato on the gas again. Looks like he's got on it. Did it again. Good jump. Johnny Eckert with a good push behind Thurnquist, gonna keep him in that second spot, and that kind of helped Thurnquist, even though he might not have got that initial start. Johnny gave him a good push and kept him right on that bumper.
Nobody to worry about tracking up off the corner, too. Nobody on his outside gets to use the full racetrack.
That could pay off here in the long run, keep him within a puncher's chance of trying to get to that lead. As we see, Rogers trying to go on the inside of Vincent Isabella. That is a battle for the 7th spot, and it looks like Rogers is going to get it. There you see Myhand after that awesome save in that 9th position right behind this battle. Good to see him still running up front after almost getting taken out.
Ooh, and Indelicato. The guy's starting to push. He got loose off. That's why he's that far down the track.
No, I think he's just trying to draft dodge.
Wait, maybe he's trying to draft dodge, but it looked like it's really early off the corner exit. But we'll see if Thurnquist can close that gap. Beers trying to stay ahead of Rally, almost getting into each other. Now Steinmiller looking on the inside of the 75. A lot going on around Kian right now. See if he can hold on. As now he definitely looks like he's...
Oh, for sure. If it wasn't last time, for sure this time.
Yeah. Trying to snake their way down the backstretch. That gap between them closing in. Thurnquist is there. Under 10 laps to go. As he said, that intensity ramps up right now. These two leaders in Thurnquist and Indelicato trying to guess which way they're going to dart and weave down the front and back stretch. 7 laps to go. Thurnquist trying to run as low as he can in the corner.
Still guys jockeying for position back there. Hank Steinmiller just made a dive under Kian. Did not work, and now Zach Rogers will take advantage. But up at the front here, man, Chad Thurnquist, he is all over him. He's actually going to go up high here, it looks like.
And while he's
throw it in deep.
Oh, wow, he's going to try to do the power move on the outside. Can he get it done? I don't think he's going to get the run off the corner.
Doesn't quite work. The number one thing here, we still have 6 laps here. You can go for the pass, you can try to get him, but don't use it up too early, as here he's going to get the run off and go to his outside.
And now Thurnquist, he can maybe pinch him down into the corner. We'll see how much he forces him down the racetrack. Looks like Indelicato will get a good entry going into 1. Side by side, this is going to allow Johnny Eckert into this battle as well.
Johnny Eckert, I was going to say, don't forget Johnny Eckert. He is back there licking his chops, just waiting. And you can see he's gaining. He does not even have to push or use up any tires. He's going to be there by the time we get into turn 3 here.
Wow, he might be there by the time these two are done battling after they're snaking their way. Johnny's just running the normal line, eating his popcorn, one hand on the wheel. Don't slip up. We know Johnny, a lot of times if you get the popcorn, you might slip up a little bit. But right now he's holding true into that 3rd spot, right behind. This is a 3-horse race now, as they're pulling away from Austin Beers right now in the 4th position.
I think Johnny Popcorn would be a cool nickname.
Oh, Johnny Popcorn. I love it.
If he likes it, then I like it.
Even if he doesn't, I still like it.
I still like it. Johnny Popcorn.
Johnny Popcorn. Riding in that third spot and got the best view of this battle for the lead. We'll see how much they
That's a horrible nickname, actually. Because you're implying that he pops under pressure.
Oh,
oh no.
No,
he's kind of like was it Terrell Owens back in the day? Get your popcorn ready.
That
I'm putting on the show.
He's smooth and buttery like pop. Oh, okay, it's buttery. It ain't smooth. I'm trying here.
We're trying to stretch this as good, make it as good as possible. There you see Westergreen getting by D Mantova filling in for Zach Evans in that 6 machine. Trying to break into that top 10. He's got one more spot to go as he's riding in 11th. Oh, Dewer, these two guys battling here, the 32 and 27. Now it's for that chase spot.
I'm surprised Dewer has a race car left.
Yeah, he's looks like he's been at Martinsville, not Indianapolis right now. Still watching D Mantova falling a few more spots. Now he's back into the 13th position. There you see Kyle Carlson on the tail end of this pack here. Again, running that Rowdy Burns paint scheme. He got that pole last week at Montreal. Had some bad luck. Didn't have the great night results-wise. Trying to break in to the top 15. Well, it's currently in 15th. Trying to get a good solid run here tonight.
Three. Yeah. Hey.
Oh, we're gonna say it together. 3 laps to go. So things are gonna intensify here as you see.
Oh, Kian with a late dive under Steinmiller there.
And Steinmiller, I've seen this a couple of corners before this. Steinmiller's really not wanting that 75 to get by, throwing some blocks there too, along with Kian diving in late. These guys getting real aggressive for that 5th spot. And that's going to open the door for Zach Rogers to try to get by Kian.
Oh, Rogers was going to go wide there and try to get run off, but he grabbed the curb and it really broke his momentum up there. A break for Kian as he was really being hounded by that 29.
Yeah, it looks like Kian sideways off the corner there.
Thurnquist starting to close back up a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, he's there, maybe just kind of biding his time. 2 laps to go. Seeing if Thurnquist can get the job done. Staying within that puncher's chance of getting the victory here tonight. Can he get it done?
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I almost witnessed Austin Beers. Yeah, Hank. It looked like Hank. I couldn't tell what it was. It looked like
Use your
Austin
words.
Beers was about to come up in front of him, but Hank Steinmiller just about turned him into the outside wall.
Ooh, that could have been bad. He's right on that back bumper.
Is there something wrong with these two?
Maybe a little bit of bad blood, but currently in that 4th and 5th position as there's that battle to the lead. 1 lap to go here for half number 1 of the weekend. Woodsman 160. Does Thurnquist have one last chance? Oh, he tried.
Just with the right rear.
He was digging as hard as he could. Didn't lose too much time, but here's pushing up again. He's going right to that outside wall. Oh, stays off it.
And Delicado got the better run off with how much he had to push up. That might, I don't know if Chad's got enough left.
And now he's going to worry if he scrubs too much, if he dives in too deep, scrubs too much off corner exit, he might lose that 2nd spot to Johnny Eckert.
Oh, he is really driving it in.
Driving in deep, trying to get one last desperation move. I don't think he's going to get it done. Nick Indelcado's going to return to victory lane as he's going to take the win in half number 1 of the weekend. Woodsman 160 here at Indianapolis.
When Steinmiller grabs the wall off 4 and Kian gets him for the top 5 right at the last second.
Then the rest, Steinmiller 6th, Zach Rogers 7th, Isabella 8th, DJ Weeks 9th, and Dallas Myhand, after you see that near spin, ends up with a top 10. Another solid night there for Myhand, so he'll start on the pole here for half number 2.
Ooh, a real good night for Kynan Jones so far in terms of that bubble battle, him finishing 16th, Robert Hill 26th. Those are 10 all-important points.
Yeah, and an interesting note, Dustin Dewer finishing 29th. And then I believe Monticelli finished around the 23rd position, so he might be on the bubble now with Dustin Dewer on the outside looking in. So it'll be interesting thing to see how it's going to play out here in half number 2 as that battle will continue here tonight. There you look at the final results here for half number 1. Again, the top 10 will invert for half number 2. And so now with those guys, Thurnquist and Delgado that basically were up front the whole entire half.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got to work through some traffic. What's your predictions here for half number 2?
First and foremost, the good thing about this flip, if you have guys that run towards the front and maybe fade a little bit late, it works to their advantage. And I'm talking about Zach Rogers and Hank Steinmiller starting 4th and 5th. Hank didn't really fade late, but Hank's got a lot less cars to pass this time around. But Dallas Myhan and DJ Weeks, too, they're no pushovers starting up front. In the past with this league, back in season 2, that invert could be catastrophic because obviously there weren't as many drivers. It was still getting talent in the doors, you know what I'm saying? And the invert was like the top 14, and you'd have guys finish 12th, 13th, 14th, start at the front who don't usually run at the front. But now, we've got capable drivers all across the grid here. I'm expecting Delgado and Thurnquist to work their way up the field, of course, because they seem to be in a different zip code than everybody else. Maybe Eckert's close to them, but it's not going to be easy. They're going to have to be real patient.
Yeah, well, patience is going to be a virtue. We'll even talk here to half number 1 winner in Delgado. Nick, getting that victory in half number 1, pretty much seemed like domination. What are you expecting here for half number 2?
Yeah, no, it was a great race. To be honest with you, a track that I run well at, but I never seem to win. But overall, it was solid, and stay out front, dominate, and if you stay out of dirty air, it seems to go well.
Yeah, dirty air is now going to be a big factor for you here too. If we know you're fast, but can you get back up to the front?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hopefully the race goes well and stay clean. I mean, that's the biggest thing when you start. 5th on back or 10th on back, whatever it may be. It's hard to stay clean sometimes. So, try to stay clean, get a solid top 10 finish. Really, obviously, a win to a top 10 might seem like a downgrade, but 2 solid finishes can really help in points.
Yes, indeed. Matt, got anything for Delgado?
Yeah, when you any week we race in OSCA, the current situation with the drivers we've got now, when you think of guys who are going to run right at the front, you're thinking if he's here, Tate Lytle, Johnny Eckert, you, Kian, and Chad Thurnquist has good runs a lot. But were you expecting him not only to run second, but actually stay on your tail for much of that race?
Yeah, no, that's something that I do want to point out. Chad put up a hell of a fight, and it was a lot of fun actually. Me and him have raced together for a long time, so it was good to race against him. He's a very clean racer, and I wouldn't say it's surprising. I know he has the speed, and this is one of his better tracks. But yeah, when you're talking about like the other guys, there's actually, I don't know if you guys pointed it out halfway through the race or 2 restarts in, I started using the top lane there, and it really bunched some of the other guys on the bottom up. So I would get a better run going into 1. So there's a couple of strategy moves that I use there, and if I get to the front, hoping to use them again.
All right, we'll see if you can get it done. Well, before we send you off, maybe we'll even talk to you again later, but any shout-outs you want to give before you start half number 2?
Yeah, no, again, shout out to the Mohawk Foundation. They're a great sponsor of ours, and then Shift Esports. My team, you see them all over OSCA and ERSCA. They're great supporters, and we do a lot.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you, Nick, for joining us, and best of luck to you here in half number 2. Oh, as he's left the building.
and with no disrespect to Chad Thurnquist, like I tried to mention, he has good runs all the time, but usually when guys like Delgado or Eckert get out front, they get out front and they stay out front and they can gap the field. even with that dirty air, Chad Thurnquist stayed right in Nick and Delicado's tire tracks within half a second, almost that entire race. I just thought with the dirty air, considering that was super impressive.
Yeah, I think we could see, especially in those last couple ditch efforts for Thurnquist, you could see how tight it got off the corner exit in that dirty air once he started kind of maybe overdriving the car again in that last ditch effort. So it's a very solid run for Thurnquist, but see if those guys can work their way back up towards the front and put on another good battle. But there you'll see the starting order here for half number 2. Dallas Myhand out front, DJ Weeks on the outside, Vincent Isabella. I had to let him know before the race. He was so proud to mention that he didn't have the blue wheels anymore, and I was actually a little disappointed.
Wheels.
Yeah, he's got the red wheels to match the car now. So
I think it's just synonymous at this point, because as soon as you started talking about him, I looked at his wheels and I was like, they're not blue. Before you said anything about them, they're not blue.
They're not blue, and I'm blue now because his wheels aren't blue.
Oh. Well, the red looks pretty good.
I mean,
They match.
The red, it looks good, but it just doesn't feel right.
No.
It's just not Vincent.
Have to
Blue
rename
wheels
the
make-
color Isabella Blue or something.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm on
Maybe-
fire tonight.
Maybe Vic will be listening and he'll paint him a blue WeatherTech scheme so you can bring the blue wheels back. Hey, Elmo.
Yeah, Elmo too.
As the field will get ready, bunched up once again for half number 2. Field or top 10 inverted. We'll see if Dallas Myhand. See, this is what this all works into my race pick here. Dallas Myhand starting on the pole. He was playing the long con strategy here.
How's Cameron Rich doing?
Carlos?
Carlos is pissed. Carlos?
No, Cameron Rich, he's probably enjoying himself right now, having a great time.
Enjoying National Beer Day, you think?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I wonder what his beer choice is. You know, I think Cameron Rich would probably be like a Bud Light kind of guy, though.
Bud Light kind of guy?
Yeah.
You can ask him on Mondays.
Yeah, I should ask
Yeah.
him. Matthew, you might have to remind me to ask him because I'll probably forget by Monday. But
Why, you
But
gonna
you-
celebrate tonight?
well, I mean, even if I did or didn't, I probably would still forget.
Oh, okay.
The face truck ready to dive off, getting ready for the weekend. Woodsman 160.
Woodsmen.
Half number 2. Woodsman. Sorry, Carlos. And now the green flag is out. Dallas Myhand cars look like they got a little loose in the back half of the field there. As Myhand gets a good jump. Isabella, even
Really
better
thought
one
better
looking
of
on the
it.
inside. Yeah, that could have been bad going 3 wide in turn 1. Myhand's gonna get that jump. Isabella trying to hold off DJ Weeks. But DJ Weeks currently holding strong on the outside. As they come out of turn 2. Now, Steinmiller. I thought he thought about going
That 75 was about to take Steinmiller and Rogers
are we
3
4
wide.
wide?
No, we're
3
not.
Wide.
They were
Oh, I
working
thought-
on it.
They were thinking about it. As Thurnquist trying to get through the field. And it looks like for Thurnquist, trying to get through some of this traffic, I think it's going to be urgency, trying to stay ahead of Indelcato. So if he can get back up to the front, he's not going to have that dirty air to deal with. But again, you got Johnny Eckert, Austin Beers, guys like he's got to work, pretty strong guys, he's got to work his way around. As we complete lap number 1, 32.
Oh yeah, seen a lot of patience and restraint. I think I saw at least twice on that opening lap these guys in the top 10. They could have gone 3 wide, but they just backed out of it. It's only 32 laps, but it is 32 long laps. It is no short affair.
Yeah, it's like they thought about being aggressive, but then maybe not now. Maybe trying to scare him a little bit, as right now Vincent Isabella is trying to scare Dallas Myhand right on that back bumper. It looks like he got loose a little bit. Myhand did out of turn number 3 going into 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front stretch. See who's going to lead this lap.
Uh-oh, Hank's got to run. You think he takes it?
Pinky White.
Wisely.
We've seen him push Leininger here in half number 1, and he's going to do the same. Isabella, give him a little tap. Oh,
Might
going
have
to
been
the
a little
corner.
bit of a late tap.
Oh boy,
don't know if Vincent was ready for that.
Yeah, well, that might have been played into Steinmiller's hand. It washes Isabella up the track, but actually Isabella recovered pretty well, able to hold on to the lead. Steinmiller now trying to work on the 26 of Dallas Mahan. Austin Beers, here he comes. He's not shy to go 3 wide.
Oh, no, not at all.
Mahan now dropping back a couple of spots. Now he's got Austin Beers right on that back bumper too, trying to hang on in the top 5 here. Right now, currently in 3rd.
And you know what I've noticed? Chad Thurnquist has only gained a single. Oh, Dallas with a moment there off the corner.
And then, yeah, Chad only gaining 1 spot, and Delgado currently sitting in that 10th position right where he started.
I have to wonder how patient they're being, because one big thing about ripping through the field on a 1-lane track like this, it's really easy to burn the tires up, shoving it up here and someone's inside. I'm hoping their strategy here is to just take it easy early on, save their stuff, and start picking guys off once the tires start to wear off. I'm thinking that's what it is.
Yeah, it looks like that might be kind of the game here, because some of these guys might be burning them up. Austin Beers, he's not going to be shy about getting all the good out of the Goodyear tires. Currently riding in that 3rd position.
Oh, caution.
Caution is out.
Big wreck.
Ooh, a big wreck. Ooh. Oh, Robert Hill once again getting involved in a wreck. I believe that might be Chris Jordan in the 4.
Yep.
We'll take a look at the 3-wide TV replay.
Oh, mama.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and Hill once again, just kind of a victim of circumstances here tonight. He had the phantom curb jump up and bite him.
What happened? What happened to Chris Jordan?
Contact with the 83.
Did he cut down in front of him and just spin down through the grass?
It kind of, that one angle, it looks like that appears to be what happened.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
And I don't think Damien was anticipating that checkup.
No.
Just kind of a weird corner angle for that number 4 car. And unfortunate for the 05 of Robert Hill. And not sure what's going on in the driver's chat right now, but some tempers flying somewhere. I don't know if that was anything to do with the wreck. What's that?
Nah, don't worry about it.
You don't want
stupid joke.
I'll say you don't want to hear it. No, there's some naughty words said.
Oh, no.
Not safe for television.
Do I need to grab the soap?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have like a big bar of soap?
Oh, do we have some guys coming down pit road here? It might be everybody.
Might be everybody. It looks like
Nope.
Oh, Thurnquist stays out.
Oh!
Isabella! Wow.
Miller was going to hit the pit wall.
And
That's what I was yelling.
The lone gunman in the top 10 coming down pit road is going to be Dallas Mahan. You see some of the guys in the back of the pack. They don't have a whole lot to lose here. But Dallas Mahan, who is running in the top 10, I believe he was still in the top 5 before he came down pit road.
I mean, you never want to give up track position like that, because like we saw happen to Damien. But if things work out for Dallas, he'll be a rocket ship in the long run. It's just, I honestly don't think he was going to pit unless he got caught off guard. I don't think that was intentional. I think he was pitting thinking everybody else was pitting. I think he just got suckered into that one.
And the one thing where this could play out, I'm not sure what the fuel window would be, but if there is any chance they might be short on fuel, staying out even with these benefits of the caution here, he might be a guy that can make it the rest of the way on fuel.
I've watched the replay about 5 times now. I think Hank Steinmiller might have came within 6 inches of clipping the pit wall.
He committed late and like decommitted late, and
I thought he hit it.
He came very close to doing so.
I'm gonna get over it now.
It's a game you play. You know, when you do stuff like that, you could easily end up on the bad side of things. I know hitting the barrels at the end of pit wall are never fun. I in fact did that Monday in the OSCA race, so that
Yeah, you weren't the only one.
Yeah, no, and actually
our half one winner.
Yeah, half one winner did as well. So at least they don't feel bad about, someone joined the club at least. So thanks. Thanks, Delgado.
Apparently something really happened. Really funny happened. Adam Peeler is currently requesting in the drivers that Vic do a radioactive because a certain clip was very funny. I missed the clip. Something happened. I don't know what.
Yeah, during this whole caution here, there's been some exchange between some of the drivers, and I think even some people maybe even cursing at Vic for some reason. So yeah, hopefully we get a radioactive going on.
This isn't a short track, last I checked. The tempers are still flaring though.
Yeah. So yeah, it's almost as
probably
if we're
because
at
it's
Martinsville
85
where the
degrees
real life
outside
guys
right now.
are. Yeah, things are heating up, 85. Hey, that's a lot warmer than where I'm at. So
that's colder than where I'm at.
In Ohio right now.
As now they get one lap to go. Vincent Isabella choosing that inside line. Maybe those blue wheels were a curse. He's holding on to that top spot right now over Hank Steinmiller. And that Kerry Earnhardt throwback.
I am putting a curse on Isabella. He is not going to finish in the top 5 until he brings those blue wheels back.
Ooh.
Aw, you hexed him.
You don't have a voodoo doll in your studio, or did the intern take that?
1, 2, 3, tú nunca vas a terminar siendo mejor hasta que traes cosas azul.
You didn't put a curse on me there, did you?
No, I put a curse on Isabella.
Oh, okay.
All right, Carlos.
There we go. Sorry, Isabella, but is what it is.
We'll see if it holds true here. We'll see if we're about to see
if we get 10 likes in the YouTube video, I'll cancel the curse.
Oh no.
Ooh,
okay. Well, we got one.
Go.
You tried that.
And how we get ready to go back, green flag racing. Isabella on the loud pedals. We go back to green here on lap number 8. He's going to get a good jump. Austin Beers on the inside of Hank Steinmiller for that second position as they dive into turn number 1. We're back racing here in the weekend Woodmen.
Woodmen.
Why can't I say that right?
I haven't said it yet. Don't worry.
Because usually it should be Woodsman, because it's a person, but it's Woodsmen. I don't know why.
Oh,
the curb! You saw that, right?
The grass!
Oh my goodness!
Almost bad. Man, it's like they're battling with 8 laps to go with only 8 laps into it.
I was getting ready to say I love watching how hard Austin Beers drives the race car, and right there, Exhibit A. Man, that was aggressive.
Man, he is fun to watch. He gives it 115% every lap as he's trying to battle Steinmiller for that second position. Kian, I don't know, he might be playing a little timid after that close call there.
He definitely wasn't happy. He was not happy on the radio, and I a little understood.
Yeah, that one, to be fair, was fair. As Vincent Isabella, I think he's liking this battle right now behind in his rearview mirror.
This time, Kian chooses to push Austin Beers.
And then backs off.
And I think still some choice words there being said on the radio. That might have been Beers. Maybe not liking that shot from Kian.
Worked out.
Yeah, worked
out
really
shot?
well.
There was barely a shot.
I know. I mean, it was, I guess, a tap.
I'd call it a bump draft. It pushed him out there. It got on the spot.
We've seen Steinmiller, shove guys into the corner, be able to make it work.
By the way, Weekend Woodsman on the YouTube chat saying it's man versus man because there's a group of us.
Oh, there is a group of them.
Oh.
Ah. Didn't they say they fought grizzly bears?
Ooh.
Oh!
Chad Thurnquist actually got into the back of him a little bit there.
Oh man, things are heating up here. Still 23 laps to go here in our final half of the evening. And Thurnquist again trying to move up through that pack, currently in that 6th position after starting in the 9th spot. Trying to work around defending champion Johnny Eckert. Oh,
that is tight. Eckert's not giving him an inch.
Yeah, neither driver giving each other a whole lot of space to maneuver here. And Eckert pushing him right up top against that wall.
As I've been watching Eckert, him more than anyone else is really pinning guys against the wall, and then right at the last second taking off down to reach into the corner. Guys are given more room than that because I don't think they realize how much they can squeeze somebody without actually touching them, and I've seen Eckert make passes out of that. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, he's, almost getting too close there between Capuano and I believe that's in the 69, Ray Bracey. Again, just acquiring that charter just a couple weeks ago.
Say he's having some fun with it.
Yeah, he's having a good time. There's that battle for the transfer spot,
that is
here, the tree spot.
That is a gaggle.
Yeah, they're trying to settle things out. This is back for the 20th position. Blah.
Try to say your words.
Down my hand. Trying to use my words the best I can. As Monticelli moves up into the 20th spot. Dustin Dewer, again on the outside looking in as of right now of those chase standings. Dallas Myhan, who came down pit road after running in the top 10, trying to work his way up through the field. Can he get it done here? Looks like he's going to try to get on the inside of Monticelli.
We'll have to see how it works out in the long run. I mean, maybe at a track like Vegas, sure. But a track like Indy where it's one lane, I don't know. I'm not personally a fan of the move. Well, he's passing cars. It's just I don't know how long he can make it work.
Yeah, I think the tires are going to plateau at some point moving up through the field. But currently, for Dallas, moved up into the 20th position. As you see right there, that chase standings. Oh, as a caution comes out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Lineman going around. I believe he showed his displeasure, I believe, with the 83. Get a rough night for Leininger back in the 16th spot after getting involved in that wreck after a lengthy pit stop in half number 1.
Oh, was that too much beans?
Oh, too much beans. Oh,
no.
Oh, man.
Osborne getting involved there a little bit.
It's been a trouble spot.
Almost identical to where we've seen, I believe, his teammate, Carpenter. Go around. Oh, it hits that inside wall hard. And Osborne getting involved in the wreck as well.
Yeah, no contact.
He just, wow.
Yep. Yeah, no contact. No.
No.
I was gonna say no net code either.
No.
Pit stops?
I believe. Did you say pit stops?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
I believe we're gonna have them. I mean, judging by watching Chad Thurnquist drift around the racetrack, he is actually drifting around the racetrack. He's making it very obvious he plans on taking tires.
So what about my hand?
I wonder if it's gonna pay off for him to stay out, or
Probably
even if he comes down
Not
and maybe
at this
takes
point.
2 tires. Could he take 2 tires?
I was gonna say if he wants to be risky, he can take 2, but at this point, he's got 8 more laps on this set than everybody else, and if he's gonna be one of the only guys staying out, we're still just getting to halfway done with this half. It's too early to be throwing any Hail Marys. Now, if he wants to try to make this work, he can try 2 tires, but we've already seen how loose this place is. It's gonna be treacherous.
We'll see what my
We'll be
hand does
restarting
once
with
the
less than
pit road
halfway.
opens up. Well,
Yeah, we'll be crossing over that halfway break. It's gonna start getting fun again. I mean, it's always fun, but more fun.
More fun of that intensity will ramp up once again as Isabella is coming down pit road, leading the field down. And it looks like I'm kind of keeping an eye out for that pink car on the very top of your screen. It looks like, Dewer stayed out.
Yeah, he sure did. Last
Dustin
in
Dewer.
on lap 5.
Wow.
So that was 10 laps ago.
That is a gamble.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it
Jordan's
pays off.
staying out also on lap 5. Went to pit road on lap 5.
I believe he was the one that was involved in that caution there too when he got spun around. Let's see who wins this race off pit road. Isabella came in, your leader. Looks like he'll be able to beat Austin Beers off pit road. Then Kian Rally in 5th, Johnny Eckert 6th. Steinmiller 7th, Chad Thurnquist in 8th, Kynan Jones 9th, and Nick Indalcato in that 10th spot.
Listen,
So I wonder for that
one of the perks of being a producer here and being under caution is I can set it to auto mode, and I can go to the bathroom. So I'll see you guys later.
All right then.
Bye, Carlos. Have
Bye,
fun.
Carlos. We'll fill it up with some pit strategy here. Dallas Myhan did, in fact, take 2 tires on that pit stop.
He moved up into the 14th position. And I got to wonder for Dewer if he's looking for some bonus points for leading a lap.
You think he pits here maybe and takes his tires?
Maybe takes his tires this time by, especially being on that chase bubble. He might be confident enough if he can chase down Monticelli once again. We'll see.
It depends on where his box is, because he actually did not lead that last lap, and if his box is behind the line, he won't get that lap lead.
Oh,
I'm not sure what his end game is here. I guess we'll find out if he doesn't come down pit road.
Looks like for the most part, looks like he's going to stay out. Yeah, he's going to stay out and lead this lap here for sure, as Jordan's going to come down pit road. That's going to close Vincent Isabella right to the back bumper. He's going to start second. So Dustin Dewer with those the Milwaukee Brewers colors. I believe those the caution lights. They're going to take the one to go, but I believe. Oh wow, something happened.
Oh, it's Shane Dimantova. Oh, he stopped on the racetrack.
Yeah, so the 6 of Shane Dimantova stopping on the racetrack. And, since it's opening day, the umpire, Vic Bloom, says, "You're out of here."
Yep. What happened? I'm trying to look back, and, man, I missed Carlos.
Yeah. What a time to go to the bathroom, Carlos. You missed everything.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's interesting what the strategy was there for Dimantova to stop, or what the reasoning was there. But
hey, if Dustin Dewer feels like coming to take tires after getting that lap lead now, it's going to work out for him.
Gotta wonder if the pits will be open for him or not.
Wait.
I'm back.
Okay, no, they're still doubled up. All right. Hey, Carlos.
So you missed the interesting thing developing. Shane Dimantova stopped on the racetrack and got booted from the server here.
Yeah, he gone.
Can't really figure out why. He came out of pit road, was getting up to speed, and then he just slowed down and parked it.
I thought he didn't go down pit road.
I thought I saw him.
Okay, we got some heat on the Discord.
Okay.
Oh, wow. What's going on in the Discord?
Dimantova got...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you handle that.
I was going to say, yeah. So, Shane, it wasn't anything malicious in the first place. He was waiting for the 06 to get by him because he needed to let him by. And according to the rule book, you cannot stop on the racetrack at any time. And instead of just slowing down to a crawl, if he had just slowed down to 10 miles an hour and crawled, it would have been okay. But because he stopped on the racetrack, it delayed that caution. It delayed that caution another lap, and that is why that is against the rules. And like you said, umpire struck him out.
Yeah, he was out of here. And that's the thing. I think most leagues, they have that rule. Either they'll remove you, black flag you, or do whatever to try to prevent that stuff from happening, especially right when you're ready to get going back to green flag racing. As now Dustin Dewer choose that top side. And you got to wonder, I mean, he was running right around that 20th spot. Do you think this is even a strategy worth taking when you're kind of that far back in the field?
First of all, it makes it evident to me that he was never thinking about getting a lap lead for a bonus point. He was wanting to get up there and get track position. But yeah, to what you're saying, it'll be hard for him. You know, yeah, he pitted already, but there's a few laps on these tires now, and if he gets a good jump here, he might be able to hang on. The worst thing is he enters turn 1 on the top, and then it's going to be a big stack up. But if he can get a good jump and clear himself going into turn 1, even if he does start to drop back, it will be much more pleasant for him and the rest of the field.
Yeah, I think he's looking to run the fellow bubble driver, Nicholas Monticelli, as long as he can get ahead of him.
Yeah.
I think that would be his strategy.
That's definitely it. Definitely it.
We'll see how this plays out as the pace truck's going to get ready to dive down pit road. 15 laps to go here in half number 2. Dustin Dewer on the outside, our leader. He's going to take the green flag.
Perfect.
He's going to... Oh, great jump. As he's going to... Yeah, I think that's about as perfect as he wanted that jump to be. Hopefully he gets into turn number 1 okay, as Isabella and Kian Rally battling side by side for that second spot. And that's just what Dewer wanted to see in his rear-view mirror. Those guys on fresh tires behind him duking it out as he's got clean air out in front. There you see Beers. We've seen how aggressive he was that last restart. Another guy trying to move his way back up through the pack, Zach Rogers, trying to get around Kynan Jones in that 9th position. So Dewer, for one lap, it looks like if he can get out turn 4, he's hanging on to that lead right now.
It worked out brilliantly for him because the combination of the clean air and the guys behind him battling, they're 3 wide.
3 wide down to the start-finish line. Beers choosing inside, getting a push from Johnny Eckert.
Oh, he gets all of them.
Wow, Beers is gonna clear him. Gonna take the lead.
Oh man!
Or take the seconds position away.
Oh my God! Is he gonna win on National Beer Day?
No!
Oh, could he do it?
I hope so.
Wow.
I hope you didn't jinx it. It's okay.
Wow, Isabella, who had that lead before Dewer decided to stay out. Dewer's trying to snake his way, trying to hang on to that lead as long as he can, but those fresh tires from Austin Beers and that aggressive driving style, and it being National Beer Day, he is closing that gap pretty quick.
I'll tell you what, the strategy, it worked perfectly because they battled, it made the field spread out, and if Dustin Dewer drops spots, he's going to drop them slowly, one at a time, instead of getting put on the outside and turn 1 lap on the restart. It was perfect, and I do think he's going to yield a very positive result from this, from the way it looks right now.
Yeah, got a couple laps led here. Now Austin Beer is going to move to the inside, take that position away. And now teammate Vincent Isabella looking to the inside here as well, taking that second spot. So that standings, Dewer will drop in the standings here quite a bit. Probably with that big pack of cars, but like you said, I think some of these cars being gapped, he'll be able to get down to the bottom of the track, and I think overall it might be a net gain here for Dustin Dewer.
Oh yeah. Oh, and don't look now, by the way, that's Chad Thurnquist up to the 4th position. Oh yes, he is coming.
Oh, and he's trying to work on the 90 car of Johnny Eckert, and that is for that 3rd position. Austin Beers pulling away from Isabella. Johnny said, hey man, I had enough of this. I want to go up for that lead. So he's gonna dive on the inside of Isabella. Side by side battle for 3rd or 2nd spot. Again, just what Austin Beers wants to see, as he's now pulled away to over 3/4 of a second lead. But here comes defending champ Johnny Eckert. And, oh, don't look out. Don't look now. Here comes Chad Thurnquist.
Guys, turn off your eyes.
Turn off your eyes. Don't look. It's too bad.
No, everybody stop watching.
Turn on to something else.
It's the first day of baseball.
There.
Turn to that.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
You're on YouTube. Watch cat videos.
Oh, we got 3 wide. 3 wide for the top 10 spot. Dewer, Kynan Jones, and Dallas Myhan on those 2 tires. It's working for Dallas. He's getting back in the top 10 here, it looks like.
Yeah, 3 wide going into turn number 1.
That's close.
Kind of jumping off the track.
Oh, they're still good.
A little contact, but able to keep it going. And now that thins out a little bit. Dewer able to hang on to that top 10 spot for now.
It's over
Dallas Myhan.
Again.
Wow, and they're going to go 3 wide again. Oh boy, going down into turn 3. Is it going to work out a second time?
There.
Oh man, and it works out. Campiano gets pushed up the racetrack. Dewer hanging on the best he can. Now he's up into the 9th spot. And Dewer was able to clear him, and he might be holding these guys up a little bit, but he's making the best. Oh! And that's going to open the door here for Hank Steinmiller in the 56. Getting around Dewer, he drops out of the top 10, but he put up about as good of a fight as he could.
Man,
what a masterful job by all those drivers getting through 3 wide situations cleanly and putting on one heck of a show.
I don't know how nobody hit each other. That was something else.
No, they did hit each other.
They did hit each other. Yes,
Yeah.
they did not wreck each other, but they did hit each other. I did want to point out Dallas Myhan on the wow, Hank Steinmiller just blew his doors off. It looked like he let him by, but Dallas Myhan in that 10th spot now, pretty safe. I don't think, honestly, he might have finished top 10 anyways, but it looks like it'll work out for him, barring any disasters.
Yeah, it looks like now that the pack is spreading out just a little bit here. But one thing that's not spreading out is that Beers' lead over Johnny Eckert, as Eckert's closing that gap ever so slightly, down to under half a second, with Chad Thurnquist right behind that 90 machine in the 3rd spot. And this could be maybe a 3-4 car race by the time this race is done with. And now we see
Thurnquist.
Oh,
what a move by both of them.
Wow. Eckert trying to make that block. He knew Thurnquist had the run, wasn't quite able to hold on to it.
That put a smile on Beers' face.
Oh, yeah, it did, for sure.
It did. That's exactly what he wanted to see. But now Thurnquist is going to be in that 2nd spot. And these guys could be working together to try to catch that 19, but no, they're duking it out for that 2nd spot.
I think with how difficult it is to pass, they were both catching Beers by about 0.2 a lap, just running behind each other like that. And I think Thurnquist knows it's hard enough to pass one car. You do not want to have to pass 2 cars by the end of the race, and I think he'd much rather take it into his own hands and chase down Beers himself.
Yeah, just once they got this 2nd and 3rd position battle sorted out, I believe Thurnquist has already gained almost a 10th.
Oh, he is.
Beers. So that gap is closing once again. But could we see maybe Johnny? Johnny usually plays that kind of Kevin Harvick strategy. He might wait till the last minute to make that pass. Maybe he'll try to see if Thurnquist and Beers will duke it out for the lead. We see them that last race have the best seats in the house for that battle.
Yeah.
You could very well see. This is where Johnny Popcorn comes into play again.
Johnny, yep. He did mention popcorn in the text chat, by the way, of the race. He said free popcorn.
So see,
so I think it's sticking.
I think he just needs to buy popcorn in bulk and just hand it up. Oh, caution down.
Don't know why.
It looks like Adam Peeler maybe, and definitely Joseph Penn
involved.
Oh,
Beers just hit that curb.
Yeah, maybe it was
horrible.
Yeah, I don't know if any damage happened at 19, but jumping on the curb, maybe getting a little relaxed as the caution came out, a little too relaxed.
Oh, wow.
Tarble.
I saw the 10 was involved. That's where the 10 got involved.
And a hard hit for Tarble in that 17 machine. And that was probably around the 25th, 26th positions.
Oh, man, tried to keep it straight.
And then, yeah, overcorrected right at the last second, getting into the outside wall. Tough break for the 17 of Jordan Tarble.
Man, and I'll tell you for sure who did not need, Chad Thurnquist did not need that caution, because I was confident he was going to track down Austin Beers, but now he's got to worry about a restart, restarting second on the front row and fending off whoever might be on his outside or inside going into turn 1.
And there you see Penn getting into the wall. Tough break for him.
Do you? I don't think so.
Outside the top 10, probably.
Yeah, I'm wondering, guys, you know, right outside that top 10, maybe Kynan Jones, who restarted in the top 10, Dustin Dewer, who was the leader.
Still 13th.
Out, still hanging on to 13th. Maybe they come in, try to take some tires. Maybe even outside the top 20.
Carlos, when did they last pit?
Oh! You want to know when they last went down pit road?
Yes, Mr. Producer Man. There we go.
The intern would have had that up before that.
Oh, do not do that to Carlos.
I am working 2 men's jobs.
Oh,
everybody's gonna come, and then they're all gonna stay.
Oh no!
Johnny Eckert stays out.
Thurnquist and Beers got caught.
You're really going to do
Wow.
this to us on National Beer Day?
No.
Wow. Beers had to make a decision. He was on the fence. And
You know what?
he was almost going to be in the fence if he didn't make a decision.
If you look at it, Eckert was the first guy to come, and he let everybody behind him down. Thurnquist and Beers reacted, and then once they reacted, Eckert re-reacted and brought everybody back with him.
Wow, what a move for
That was masterful.
our Mr. Champ Johnny Popcorn Eckert. Holding on to that lead. So, hey, maybe that's what he was talking about. Get your popcorn ready. He's got the free popcorn. Enjoy the show.
Races can be won and lost, not just on pit road, maybe even going into pit road. And I mean, you know, Beers and Thurnquist are going to have the grip, but they don't have enough laps, I don't think, to pass all those cars, because it looks like that's the top 20 just about that stayed out.
Yeah, I think Beers right now currently in that 18th spot. Thurnquist 19th. So this could have very well been a race-winning move here for that 90 machine of Johnny Eckert, or could the curse that Carlos
the
put
blue
on,
wheels.
Yeah, the blue wheels, that, you know, could that be broken before it even started?
We have 2 lights.
Mind you, 2 lights,
Hey.
8 more. Come on, people.
Yeah, 8 more, and that curse will definitely be broken.
We do still have the 75 of Kian Rally here. He hasn't quite shown that pace to go up there and get the lead. Obviously being mired for a little bit further back in the field than he was in the first half. He's still up here though.
This is going to be his best kind of starting position on a restart in some time. I think since early on in half number 1, we'll see if we get to. I thought maybe Johnny was going to do it again there for a minute.
Oh man.
See if he could strike gold twice.
I do want to point out, Nick Delicado is currently dealing with quite the bit of damage. I've noticed that he was 7th while Chad Thurnquist was chasing down the leaders, and I went back and looked quite early in that last run. He got sideways off of turn 4, and when I say pancaked, he got a piece of that outside wall, and there's damage on the right front and right rear, and I would definitely say it's adversely affecting him. That's why, well, I mean, right now it looks like he'll finish better than Chad, just because of the way the pit strategy's worked out. But just for context purposes, that's why we've seen a lot more of the O2 and not as much of our half 1 winner.
Look who's 7th.
Yeah.
Dallas Moynihan!
My hand. Hey.
And look who's 8th!
Hey.
Back from the dead.
Damian Lanninger, who again had that rough pit stop.
Ooh, Kynan Jones is 9th.
Yeah, hanging on now to a
That is
top 10.
Big for that cut line battle.
Yeah, that is huge. As again coming into tonight, he was. Oh, now I don't have it up anymore. I think it was 33 points he had. Oh no, here I got it up. 33 coming into tonight, he was 33 points up. So if he can get a top 10 here tonight, that will put a pretty good some security on that bubble position. He was currently in, I believe, 11th in points.
Furthermore, battling back from that early correct, Robert Hill is somehow 14th.
Wow. Yeah, he hit the wall pretty good. So yeah, good showing that grid out there and able to get it right now. Currently in the top 15. We'll see what happens here. We're gonna get the restart here with 3 laps to go. I believe a natural green-white, or not a green-white checker. Never mind. My bad. Johnny Eckert's gonna lead green-white checker.
Yes.
There, Johnny Eckert's gonna get a good jump. Kian Rally right behind. Vincent Isabel's gonna fall back into 3rd. So there we've seen that restart I think that Kian needed. He's gonna be right on that bumper of Johnny Eckert now. 3 laps to go. Can he chase him down? Pick up another half number 2 victory for the 2nd week in a row.
This is definitely a good spot for Johnny Eckert. Kian's not going to go down without a fight, but he's got control of the race like this. And Delicado and Thurnquist, the 2 fastest guys in the last race, out of the question. Austin Beers back in traffic. It's looking pretty good. Eckert was patient from the drop of the green flag from half 1, and it looks like it could be paying off. They can have a couple more good laps.
I believe Austin Beers, he was in the 18th spot. He's already moved up to the 12th position.
Oh no!
And more, still coming.
Oh, Eckert sideways off the corner.
Oh, there's a wreck behind!
Oh, there's a big wreck in front stretch. Caution is out.
It is never over until it's over.
Wow. Chris Jordan, Rashid Coles, you see involved. There was a bunch of guys involved in that wreck. I think Hank Steinmiller, he just took a tow. Things were getting wild there. I believe.
Oh my goodness.
3 wide. Oh,
Ah.
Oh wow, Conrad getting loose on the inside, but Steinmiller shooting up the track.
Ian took the lead.
Yeah, Kian
He
up in the,
he got it.
he got the spot. He's holding on in the first spot at the moment.
I have a question, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit looking into the future. Austin Beers is 11.
Oh no! Did you see that?
I'm seeing a lot of violent hits.
There's just a lot of violent hits.
Hold on, take a look at this
see.
toughest break award.
Oh no, not one of these.
Oh no.
Is it Chris Jordan? Again? Oh, not again!
Oh,
It's the same as the first half. Snake bitten.
Oh
Man.
man, you gotta feel
just
for
like,
this guy.
you do. I still think if anyone had the worst luck here in the OSCA
Oh, for sure.
series, it's got to be Chris Jordan. I mean, he's got to be thinking, I'm by the wreck. And
It
then,
is. It is uncanny. Same spot on the racetrack, and just about had the wreck miss until right at the last second. Both halves for Chris Jordan.
Man, unfortunate, tough break. But I believe, as you were going to say right
Austin
before we had
Beers.
Austin Beers, who restarted 18th,
It's
moved
11th.
up in that 11th spot. I mean, within a matter of a lap, he was making moves. And, it still might be a long shot to get up into that lead, but we've seen Beers do this before, taking tires late and working his way up to the front, almost getting a victory.
We've got 2 green-white checkers. This is the first one. If we use that second one, I'm going to be real interested to see if Austin Beers can use the fullest extent of those fresh tires, and so it would be a miracle. Only on National Beer Day.
Yeah, he's gonna pit and rally if he can get it done here tonight. Get in that 11th position, and you never know if another green-white checker. We've seen how ramped up the intensity has gotten here on the last restart. Now we are for sure going to be in our first of 2 green-white checkers. Kian Rally, last week's winner at Montreal, out
And,
front.
The scary thing is with how sideways Eckert was off 4, that could happen just as easily with a car on your inside. And I mean, when I say when we're saying it ramps up, you see guys make mistakes that don't normally make mistakes. And with how slick this track is, I guarantee Johnny Eckert is not the last one you'll see get loose off 4 running for that lead.
Yeah, and usually one of the smoothest, again, as Johnny Popcorn, smooth as butter.
I tried.
And maybe too much butter on the wheels coming out of the corner. It's just something that's not characteristic of that 90 machine to do. But now he's got his work cut out for him as we are 1 lap to go to green. As you see, Rally, Eckert, Isabella, Rogers, Indelcato, your current top 5. Matt, just for fun here with these guys left in contention, who's your pick in the closing laps here?
That's a tough one. My pick on it's gonna be Kian. I mean, we've seen all but one. The only restart where I saw the guy on the front row that's not the leader get a good restart was the very first, the drop of the green flag, when Thurnquist stayed door to door with Indelcato. I believe that was the very first start. Other than that, you've seen it massive struggles for the guy restarting second. And Isabella, for that matter, regardless of where he's restarting, I think Isabella's been struggling on restarts. So I mean, as long as Kian takes off fine and gets up through the gears fine, it would be a Herculean effort for Eckert to get back up to him and try to pass him back, or even somebody else like Rogers.
Yeah, we're about to find out. I'm just for fun's sake here, I'm going to say Johnny Eckert trying to get redemption after that slide right before the caution came out. But we're about to find out who's going to get it done as they're coming out of turn number 4. That pace truck's going to get ready to dive off. Hopefully one final time. Oh, they're in 3, not 4, right? No.
They all look the same.
Yeah, they all do. Now they're in 4.
All right.
But we're gonna see if I was gonna say kind of Jones again. Kian Rally is gonna rally and get the win in the second half for the second week in a row. Pace truck is down pit road. Field bunches off. Kian on the loud pedal. Looks like he's gonna get a good start, and he's gonna have the second and third place guys battling side by side. Isabella and Eckert going down into turn 1. Just what he wanted to see.
Yep, that is exactly what he wants to see. The longer those two guys stay side by side in his mirror, the more good it is. He's only got to make 2 clean laps. We've got to hope to make it to the white flag first. We do not need another restart as far as Kian's concerned.
Yeah, he's hoping these guys keep it clean behind him. So far, so good. Going down the backstretch, we see guys darting around all over the racetrack. That battle for second still heating up. Isabella wants it, trying to get by that 90 of Johnny Eckert, but getting a good run off the outside of the corners is Johnny Eckert, and that's just only letting Kian pull away almost by a full second, as now we get the white flag. One more lap to go here in our second half of the weekend. Woodsman 160. Men. I said men.
Woodsman.
You did. No, you did. You did. I just assumed you didn't, so I said it anyway.
That battle for second is heating up.
I think every time I say it, you got to say it. Wow, it is heating up, as Rogers wants it too. As all Rally's got to do is look in his rearview mirror and watch the battle play out. Going down the backstretch one final time. Just note Austin Beers only moved up 1 spot on this restart. You see him trying to get on the inside on top of your screen there.
Oh, he put the bumper to Leininger.
Oh boy. And
Isabella. Wrecking. Dylan Thomas is wrecking.
Wow. Big wreck on the backstretch here.
And it's spinning. Oh, a huge wreck.
Huge wreck coming down to the checkered flag. Kian Rally's gonna do it again. He's gonna win half number 2. Oh boy, more wrecking going down here on the back stretch, or the front stretch.
Oh,
wow.
Expletives all over the microphone.
Yeah, they're, man. I think that top 10 jumbled up quite a bit. Now, how about this? Robert Hill getting that wreck
P8
in the top 10. Guys coming backwards across the line, Westergreen and Dylan Thomas trying to get back their way across the checkered flag, or start finish line. And how about this? Kian Rally, I believe this is what, the 3rd or 4th different car he's drove this year.
It's the 3rd different car he's won in, at least.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the 3rd car he's won in.
Yeah, he won the season opener at Daytona with Shift Esports, raced the 54 for, I believe, Rack Racing, and won Montreal, and here he is. We gotta win with Outlaw.
Wow, what a night. And again, a 1-2 finish for Outlaw Racing here tonight. And we're gonna see that 75 burn it down. Vincent Isabella giving him a little celebratory bump. And hey, some former teammates from Daytona burning it down. You know, I think about every, you know, if you're into the teammate burnouts, I've seen some debates on Twitter about it.
I'm for it.
I think that was the whole, I think the whole field could get on in Kian's corner, because yeah, like you said, he's won with so many different so many different cars this year, and for sure getting a victory here in the 3rd one as he burns it down. As we do have some guys waiting here in the interview. We'll interview Chad Thurnquist, who did come home in 5th this second half, but he was right in the mix in half number 1. And was for half number 2 until old Johnny Popcorn played a trick on you. Chad, do you think you had anything for him here in half number 2?
I had the fastest car in both races, didn't win either of them.
So, elaborate there a little bit more. What was the shortcomings? What happened?
Couldn't get past Nick. I saved tires, and then he saved tires. I couldn't get around him. He had pace though. He deserved that win in half number 1, but I botched it in qualifying, and that's what I get for it. But that strategy didn't play out. It is what it is. I was fine getting a silver medal, but half number 2, that should have been a win, and people can't hold their car straight.
Oh wow. Yeah,
It's simple.
It's I guess what happened? We might have missed this. You don't have to name names.
I think, do you just mean do you by chance just mean the caution coming out? Because I believe, remember, we were saying the last thing you needed to see was that caution because you were starting to chase down beers, correct?
Thanks for the jinx. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. That's our job.
Yeah, I can tell
If you're
now.
mad about that, you should have seen what I did to.
Oh God, here we go. No, I'm kidding. But
you were my pick here.
yeah, I had so much confidence going into that. I knew it was going to be 2 races where I could take one or both. Didn't pan out the way I thought it would. I have no problem with what Eckert did staying out because I knew some people were going to stay out. That's just how it goes. It's a late race caution. What kind of irked me a little bit is how many people stayed out before we saw people besides me and Beers come down pit road, but made up most of it, not all of it. Should have went green all the way both races. Didn't. Upset, annoyed. Move on to next week.
Yeah, that's about all you can do. But again, it looks like you're knocking on that door. You're showing that pace week in, week out, and the results are getting closer. You know, we've seen you get snake bit a little bit here in earlier on in the season, but it seems like you're getting ever so closer. Is that confidence even going to carry over on to next week?
I have the snake by the neck right now.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
No, I haven't heard that one before.
I never heard that. I like it. All right. Well, before we send you off and let you celebrate the solid run here tonight, any shout-outs you want to give?
OSCA, because they sponsor me in this and Elite, so shout out to them. Should have done better, didn't. Shout out to 213 somewhere. I thought I had them on the car, and turns out Trading Paints never uploaded it, just kept loading. It's like old grandma software that I was using.
Hey, as an old person, you know, relative to you, I'm offended by that.
You're not old, Michael.
Oh, thank you.
You make yourself
Yeah,
seem
he's
old.
ancient.
I'm 20 now. I feel old.
Hey, you're young yet. You can't even enjoy a beer on National Beer Day. That's kind of bad. Or legally, quote unquote.
Legally,
you know.
anyways, we don't have to.
Yeah.
We don't have to
Disclose. Yeah.
Who
house
said
you
I-
as a.
Who
Yeah.
said it had to be legal?
Yeah. No one did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but I'll get over it. I'll look at the positives that come out of it because I know that definitely helped me in points. What track's next week?
Off next week for Easter, but in the 2 weeks we'll return to Talladega.
Ooh.
You really think I'm gonna win at Talladega?
Hey, I believe. Didn't you run well there in the NR Night in America recently?
I forget that you watched that.
I got my eye on you, Chad.
Dude keeps up with everything in my social
Oh, that
life,
is
I
that
swear.
you. No wonder that name looked familiar.
Yeah, I've been friends with the person who hosts that for the past 6 years now, so I always tune in with them. We got big plans coming up ahead, but it's what it is. I feel better now after joking with you guys, so.
There you go. That's the first
Yeah.
step in the recovery process, and who knows? We might see you right back up here in a couple weeks at Talladega.
I pray to God.
All right. Well, you enjoy your Easter and have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
You bet. That's Chad Thurnquist. And next up, we'll bring in the guy who came home in third in half number 2, Vincent Isabella. But before anyone asks him any questions, Carlos, I think you got to lead this off because, you know, he did win. He did get a podium finish. But go ahead, Carlos.
What do you want me to do? I just spoke in Spanish. That's not an actual curse.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, never
Hey,
mind. then.
Vincent, you gotta bring the blue back, otherwise you're not gonna win
Yeah,
ever again.
blue wheels come. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, next week or 2 weeks from now, I'll put the blue wheels up.
Yes.
Yeah. Carlos did put. Maybe I don't know what he said. He
I
probably
literally
said,
just said he's not gonna get a top 5 in Spanish, and so he brings the blue back. That's it.
Also, he kind of broke the curse then. Ew,
It's not a curse. It just spoke Spanish.
It's still a curse.
But we don't know that.
Yeah. People who speak Spanish obviously knew that, but I do not. So, all right. Well, anyway, Vincent, nice solid run out there. Even though you're not running in blue wheels, talk about your night tonight. It seemed pretty eventful. Got to lead some laps there as well.
Yeah, it was nice to, not be horrible and not get wrecked for once. P8 in the first one, P3 in the second one, obviously. So I'm happy. It's another good points night. Nothing on Johnny. He's going to win the championship in the regular season, but just get the momentum going for the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's kind of probably the mindset for everyone behind Johnny at the moment. With some of the tracks that are coming up, especially once we get to the playoff time, Watkins Glen, which I just see now is called the @J Eckert 90 127. So maybe Johnny's calling a shot there, but we do have like Dover, Charlotte, Bristol, and Nashville in the chase. What kind of momentum do you think you can carry with getting these solid nights winding down the regular season?
Hopefully a bunch. I mean, you naming some of those tracks there. I mean, Bristol's my favorite track. Dover's my home track. So 2 tracks that I'm very good at. If I can just get solid points at Watkins Glen, I think we'll be all right to make a push for it.
And I don't know why I'm just remembering this. Weren't you like right there for the Johnny Eckert David Westergreen battle of last season? The trucks.
Yes, sir, I was.
See, that's where if you get a night like that, you never know what could happen. But yeah, again, a solid night. I believe 8th in the first half, 3rd here in the second half. Again, that's exactly what you're looking for. But again, week off next weekend, heading to Talladega. What kind of momentum do you expect to bring in a couple weeks?
Yeah, Talladega is probably my favorite track outside of Bristol. I mean, I love plate racing, especially with these B cars. So hopefully just grab a win and maybe 2. Maybe sweep it.
Ooh, I like that. Call him the sweep. But before we get you to do the shout-outs here, anything, Matthew, got anything for Vincent?
Better see them blue wheels back in 2 weeks.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say that. Thank you. Yeah, bring the blue wheels back, and I think that sweep might be in your favor. Maybe Carlos will do a reverse curse.
What, speaking English?
What's he going to speak in English?
Yeah. Very clearly say Vincent is going to win, so I can understand it. So I know it's not a curse. I don't know. I'm a very simple man here, Carlos.
Yeah, we can tell.
Anyway, what? Any shout-outs you want to give out here tonight, Vincent?
Yeah, all my sad fat teammates, and Dusty. Big shout out to him. He was up there leading for a while. He led a couple laps there. Yeah, Mrs. Goodies, obviously, Home Place Beer Company, and yeah, thanks to Vic for the paint scheme and you guys for putting on a good show.
Yeah, and before we send you off, I think if worse comes to worse, if you're worried about matching, I think Vic could maybe hook you up with like a blue WeatherTech car. I think that'd be okay.
I think that'd be pretty sick, but I think we have some stuff in the works.
Ooh. Could be fun. We'll be looking out for Vincent Isabella coming up here in a couple weeks at Talladega. Vincent, you have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
I was going to say you too, but I already said it to him. All right, next up we'll bring in Johnny Eckert, who looked like he was in the catbird seat of getting another victory here on the season, but just lost it right before that caution came out. And Johnny, first off, we have to say we have a new nickname for you. It's Old Johnny Popcorn. How you liking that?
Because you pop under pressure.
Oh,
wow.
no.
Wow.
Popcorn,
Wow.
Johnny Popcorn, smooth like butter.
Like
Yeah,
butter.
He
think
called you
smooth like
smooth
butter.
and butter.
Yeah, I had butter on the brakes last week, so but
Maybe even on the rear tires right before that last caution, perhaps.
yeah, well, see, it looks bad, but from my perspective, a lot of what this race turned into was decided way before. So Beers hit the wall in front of me when I was in second, one lap, and then the following lap off of 4, and then the following lap I did the same thing, and it felt like I would just lost speed down the straightaway, which is, I think the next lap Thurnquist got by me. So I was kind of struggling a little bit, and then Kian was doing a phenomenal job throwing it into the corner compared to what I was doing, and you can't, if you're just down a little bit, it wasn't much of a competition. So I was trying to hold off and try to keep the run going, and overdrove it a little bit, and thankfully I held on and the caution came out when it did, but it could have been a lot worse, I guess. The pit wall was coming very quickly.
No.
Yeah, talk about that move, how you kind of duked Beers and Thurnquist going down pit road. Was that kind of your initial mindset, was to kind of fake everyone out?
I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what the plan was, because we were talking about it going into turn 3, and we're like, well, do we pit? Do we stay out? Do we pit? And we went back onto some knowledge from a race we did in another league last year, and with pit road, the way pit road, the end of the race worked out, it was like a green white checker situation, but we had multiple of them, and I think the first car in that race that pitted and took tires came out like 20th or something like that. So it took a couple laps, but they needed 2, 3, 4 green white checker type situations in order to get there, which obviously we weren't going to have. So kind of last minute decision was like, all right, they're going, my best chance is probably to stay out and see what happens, and Kian, DJ, and John stayed out too. So it definitely helped helped the gap a little bit, but it was a very last minute decision.
Yeah, although from the far optics, it looked like you had that plan the whole way out, so it looked pretty cool. And we were a little bit worried about Piers hitting the pit wall. I was wondering if you're gonna feel guilty if he would have done that, but
well, everybody's got to make their own decisions. So him turning left there late and hitting the pit wall potentially would have been on him, not me.
That's fair. That's fair. But again, a good points night. I think Vincent's already crowned you the regular season champ, which you might be pretty close to having that locked up, don't you?
Yeah, I think Vic said something about it a couple weeks ago that I was getting close. I think it's coming into this race was like a 100-point lead or something like that. I don't even know what the number is. I just know that
It's big.
It's large.
It's substantial enough. But I'm obviously just got to keep grinding and keep it going and try to keep the runs going on and see what happens. I'm sure if it is clinched, and I think Vic may have posted something a couple weeks ago about it being clinched. I'm not even sure. I don't know when it happened. I kind of don't pay a lot of attention to that, because in my mind it's really the playoffs or the chase, whatever you want to call it. Once that starts, that's when it really gets spicy. So in my mind, I'm just trying to get there and see, rack up some points. But if it is locked up now, I'm pretty cool to have. But I don't know. We'll see.
And we'll see how it plays out from here. Matt, you got anything for Johnny?
Nah, man. We all good. Smooth.
Yeah, smooth like butter.
Johnny Popcorn.
Johnny Popcorn.
Popping under pressure.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
Going
Low
at his
blow.
neck tonight.
So,
Man, I was under severe pressure on that last restart with Vince to my side. I mean, I didn't screw it up. Almost did, but didn't. So
Temperature
he
wasn't
didn't
hot
totally.
enough.
Oh.
wait, what do you say?
The kernel didn't pop.
Oh wow.
But anyway, we take this we have Easter week off next week, and 2 weeks we head to Talladega, which anything can kind of go there. So what's kind of your mindset going into Talladega in a couple weeks?
I have 2 weeks off, and I'm gonna try to figure out where the heck we're going after that. That's my mindset. I don't know. I'll be there. I'll be running laps probably, and that's probably the extent of my participation. I don't expect anything out of Talladega. Outlaw has typically done well, but it's a crapshoot. It depends where you're at. Timing and being in the right place at the right time. You never really know for sure. So you can't really plan anything. You just hope to perform the best you possibly can on that given day, and move on to whatever's after that.
Hey, that's fair enough. That's I think of accurate description of what I think most people do once they go into Talladega. But before we send you off and send you off for the night, any shout-outs you want to give?
Ooh, we're going to Rockingham the week after, so yeah, all right, I'll take that.
Hey,
Rockingham and Atlanta to end the chase, the regular season. Anyway, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. Thanks to the league for putting on the race. I gotta thank my teammates, Kian, DJ Weeks, and John Lynch, for all of their help tonight. It was great working with these guys, and I gotta thank OSCA and Harpoon Designs for sponsoring my car. I gotta thank Pro Air Medical Supplies for sponsoring the team and supporting the 97 and 98, and I'm excited to see what's to come. I didn't know what to make of tonight, as Matt found out pre-race. Just a racetrack to me. I didn't know really what to make of it. So happy to come home with two solid finishes. I think third and second. So thank you guys, and hope to see you 2 weeks time at the random crapshoot that is Talladega.
We'll see how that plays out. But Johnny, you have a good night and have a happy Easter.
Thanks, you too. Enjoy it. Except Carlos. Carlos said on popcorn.
Yeah.
I pop under pressure.
Kind of want some popcorn now.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of does sound
Come
good.
to the 90. The party's at the 90 car.
Hey, yeah. He's
I'm
got a
on
little
my way.
popcorn maker in the back.
Yeah,
Love
I'm sure if there's some drama, that we could all eat some popcorn and read along. Anyway, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, you have a good one. Johnny Ecker coming home second half, number 2. Next up, we'll bring in our winner. I hope he's ready. I think he was.
Second.
He was. Okay, now he's ready. Kian, for the second week in a row, picking up the win in half number 2. And I believe your third win on the season in a third different car. How does it feel to be in victory lane here once again?
I can't say I'm surprised. I said it last week at the end of the Montreal race. I love this racetrack. Although tonight I would say it was more of a procession than it was a race in some parts more than others. Coming out of the gates in half 1, I had a pretty lackluster qualifying, and I just had nothing for the entirety of half 1. I was back there in the peanut gallery, getting dinged around and shoved around. But come half 2, I got with Johnny. We made the correct pit call, which won us the race, and I think it felt good to finally have some clean air on the nose, and I was just able to drive away and win the second half of the race. So.
Yeah, and so it was a very smooth run, getting clutch victory here tonight. And was that more of what it was, in half number 1? It seemed like you had that pretty decent speed. Like you said, you were in some pretty heavy traffic, and then once you got that clean air on the nose, it looked like it was smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, I couldn't catch a break in half 1, man. I couldn't tell you guys how many times I got blocked to the inside wall tonight. Probably 3 or 4 times at least, but that's just a product of the place. It's really hard to pass, but like I said, track position prevailed in half 2. I made the right call, and the last 4 laps or so of that race, I just felt like Superman with the clean air on the nose, despite the fact that the tires were 12, 13 laps old.
And I don't know if it speaks more to again, your driving talent, or maybe even some of the different guys you work with. Do you pick up different things? I believe it was with Shift Esports at Daytona. Last week you filled in for Rashid Coles in the 54, and then now here with Outlaw Racing. Is there things you pick up that kind of help you get here in victory lane?
Absolutely. I can say back with Shift at Daytona, I had a really stellar support system.
Hello.
In fact, I would say, yeah, you're in here.
Yeah, I pushed you to the win.
If it weren't for this guy, I wouldn't have won the second half of that the first race of the season. And the guys at Outlaw, this is the first time I actually did not talk to them very much, voice to voice prior to the start of the race. I got in there and they were all incredible. Worked really well together. Made obviously a pretty smart pit call. Worked well with Johnny in the back half of that race. So yeah, I would say, honestly, I've been in two really good support systems, and you can pick up a lot from either of those guys. You know, racing with Shift, I had an insane amount of help in that race at Daytona. Nick is always super fast. There's always something to pick up from him, no matter where you're at. And the same thing goes for Johnny over at Outlaw. He's ridiculously quick, and I feel like if he didn't have damage, you would have talked to me first instead of him. But yeah, no, those guys are incredible.
So I gotta ask, it's National Beer Day. Are you gonna celebrate with the beer?
I think we have room checks tomorrow.
Oh.
Probably not.
Oh yeah.
Just eat
Yeah,
the
that might
glass.
not be a good idea. Matt, you got anything for Kian?
Yeah, I'm going back to winning the 3 races with 3 different teams, with Shift, with Rec, and with Outlaw now. I guess the question now, going forward for the rest of the season, do you plan on stopping at one team, or
Yeah.
are you going to go race for Sat or Fat next week, or what are you doing?
I'm in the 75 indefinitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So you'll be a more permanent face drive in that number going forward here, you think?
Yeah.
Are you gonna at least
got all the big obligations I didn't know I had early this year out of the way. The guys were great to race with. Dylan is unfortunately out. I think I heard he was out with kidney stones, and that's never good.
Oh.
Those actually suck. They are really terrible and gross. So yeah, I think maybe apart from one occasion, I should be in the 75 for the rest of the season.
So I mean, at least to pretend that you're hopping in a different car every week, are you like change your paint scheme up?
Oh boy.
I enjoy getting to run different paint schemes, but I finally got to run my own car tonight, with my name above the window. My Kentucky State University of choice. I think that car is beautiful. I had it painted last week. It cost me a pretty penny, but it was well worth it. I enjoy being able to run a car that I think I enjoy, and this is by far one of the prettiest cars I've seen in a long time. So.
Yeah, and it looked pretty darn good in Victory Lane here. And again, since you're going to be in that car in a couple weeks as we take next week off for Easter, what do you think about your chances to return once again to Victory Lane at a plate track as we head to Talladega?
I think it's possible to be good at plate racing, and I think I'm good at plate racing. Especially if you've got 4 cars out there, which we're planning to have 4 cars. So I think we're going to be in good shape.
Yeah, and that's the if you have especially good guys with you that you can work with, and there's certainly moves that you got to make that make it an art as well. But there's also that luck factor that factors into it, and hopefully you have the best of luck. But before we send you off and let you celebrate that victory, maybe even sneak in that beer, any shoutouts you want to give?
Johnny, 100%. Really listened to what I said last week and gave me a chance to run for a team that's actually competing for team standing points, which is pretty much my role now, is to compete in team standing points and try to get them a team standing points victory. I appreciate that I did not get taken out tonight. I kind of thought it was coming. Most of my props tonight go out to Johnny for putting me in the car. Last week I said it, as excitedly as I could. I wanted somebody to put me in their car, and he put me in one this week. And I went out and won. So I think he made a good decision, and I enjoy racing with him. So most of my thanks go out to him tonight. And of course, you guys, I'm sure the broadcast was great. I'm going to go back and watch it. I love watching the broadcast. And to Vic for putting on the whole thing. Obviously, him and Dallas worked really hard to put this together for us. And tonight was another really good night. So my thanks go out to them too.
All right. Well, there you have it. Kian, go and celebrate that victory. Again, sneak the beer, hide it under your pillow, do whatever you have to do to celebrate your National Beer Day.
All right, I appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you a million.
Yeah, have a good night.
Have a good one, y'all.
Kian Rally bringing it home again here in the second half. And I think he mentioned that he won the second half of Daytona to kick the year off. So he's kind of turned into almost a little bit of a closer here as
Montreal as well.
Yeah, Montreal and Daytona and tonight getting all half number 2 victories. So yeah, he's getting it done. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of cool to see him going to be able to get a few more starts in that 75 to close out the season here. That's gonna be fun to see him battling with the likes of his teammate Johnny Eckert and Nick Indelcato and a lot of the guys here in the OSCA Xfinity series. But with that, Matt, do you have anything to close the broadcast with?
Yeah, just pay attention to the OSCA Twitter and the updates on those team points coming into tonight. Shift and Outlaw, 2 points apart, and both halves they placed multiple drivers in the top 5 and top 10. It has been razor thin all season. That, and unfortunately, I will not be with you guys at Talladega. I'll actually be on my way down to Talladega to work the ARCA race.
Ooh, nice.
I would, as much as I'd love to be here for the booth, I'm going to be down there for that. But I know I'll be back up here at some point this season. Really enjoyed tonight. Always, never a dull moment up here.
Yeah, we always keep it interesting. Love having you up here in the booth. And with that, we'll close out tonight's broadcast. You guys all out there have a happy Easter. We'll see you here right here on 3Y TV in 2 weeks at Talladega. Until then, for Carlos and Matt, I'm Mike. You guys all have a good night now.